At the Democracy Always Summit, held in Santiago on Monday, leaders from Chile, Brazil, Uruguay, Colombia, and Spain issued a stark warning about the growing threats to global democracy, accusing a global alliance of hate and lies, of undermining rights and freedoms. The summit, convened to address democratic erosion, called for urgent action to combat disinformation and regulate digital platforms. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez set a defiant tone, declaring it was time to definitively go on the offensive against a coalition of oligarchs and far-right groups threatening democracy across continents.
Our societies face a real threat led by a coalition of interests between oligarchs and the far right, a kind of international alliance of hate and lies, which, unfortunately, is advancing dangerously on both continents and therefore globally.
Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva echoed the urgency, noting a worsening global situation since last year's UN General Assembly. Blaming the decline of liberal democracy on its failure to meet people's needs, Lula called for regulating digital platforms to curb disinformation. He also said that freedom of expression must not be a license to incite violence or spread hatred, advocating for data transparency and global digital governance to safeguard public debate. Colombian President Gustavo Petro added poetic urgency, likening the summit's mission to raising Diogenes' lantern in a world engulfed by darkness. Chilean President Gabriel Boric defended the summit's timing, emphasizing the need to uphold human rights and international law. Boric announced that leaders from the UK, Canada, Australia, and South Africa, including Keir Starmer and Cyril Ramaphosa, have agreed to join the next summit in September 2025 at the UN General Assembly, signaling a broadening coalition. The leaders' rhetoric reflects growing concerns about far-right movements and disinformation, citing events like Brazil's 2023 Brasilia riots and rising populism in Europe. While the summit outlined joint strategies to defend democracy, specifics on implementation remain unclear.